Hare Krishna, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. For those who are here present, and as well as those who would be watching the video later. Thank you for all your comments. And also, today is Mokshada Ekadashi in India. It was Mokshada Ekadashi in US, Canada yesterday. So very significant day. This is the day when Lord Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita in Kurukshetra. So, very auspicious day, and I am very grateful to all of the uh, members who uh, who did the service for sponsoring the Bhagavad Gita for those people who are needy, who are qualified but may not be able to afford, or at the same time, like there may be some people who may not be able to afford, who may not know about Bhagavad Gita, but when they come in the association of the saintly people, they feel that okay, they would like to know more, so they would get benefited with all the services that has been done. So I'm very grateful to all of you, all the ones who participated for this particular service. And on the day of Ekadashi, like doing charity, like Ekadashi, Dwadashi, like, okay, which comes twice in a month, like, okay, doing charity is something like, okay, that will be really um, doing charity to the qualified uh, places, like, okay, that is very helpful, and like, okay, will really help us in our journey towards a spiritual progress. So with that, like, let us start with a bhajan. Um, so today I was thinking, like, okay, we will do the Jai Radha Madhav, and I will go ahead and share the lyrics of this so that we can all do this together. So let me, it is a very simple bhajan, and I'm sharing my screen. So we will sing this bhajan. You can be on mute, but you can sing the bhajan. Like, okay, first I can sing, and then as a next, it will be like call and response, and next you can sing. Those who want to be in the video, they can be on the video. It is up to you, but I would request you to hear attentively. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. I'll sing each line twice. So first I'll sing. I would request you to repeat after me. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Jaya Radha Madhava Madhava Kunja Bihari. I would mute everyone just because, like, okay, in the Zoom there are sometimes, like, okay, the voice does not go in sync. So I'll request you to sing along being in mute. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Vrajana Ranjana, Yashodanandana Vrajana Ranjana, Jana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Chari Yamuna Tira Chari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. श्री श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। कलयुग पावन हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय। वंशा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्येव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाखया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। जय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। All of us can raise our hands. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. All of us together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Mukam karoti vachalam, Panghum langhayate girim, Yat Krupa tamaham vande, Shri Gurum Dinataranam, Paramananda Madhavam, Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram, Hari Om Tat Sat, आनन्दलीलामय विग्रहाय हेमाभ्यदिव्यच्छवि सुन्दराय तस्मै महाप्रेम रसप्रदाय चैतन्य चन्द्राय नमो नमस्ते चैतन्य चन्द्राय नमो नमस्ते चैतन्य चन्द्राय नमो नमस्ते. Hare Krishna. I hope everyone is doing well. So let us get started. In the last, we had 3 sessions so far. First session was a general session, but then started the interesting journey where I was asked the question about, does God exist? So we started with that, we discussed about that, and then we talked about um, the as Parul Mataji was saying, we talked about the what are we searching for, the jivas, what are we searching for, and then before concluding the last session, we talked about the gunas, the sattva, raju, and tamo guna. Just to briefly touch upon that, okay, the idea was to just see where we stand. We should, when we are in a spiritual journey, we should evaluate where we stand at every point of time. And then we should see that, okay, we should look for faults, not in others, but in us. And we should look for good in everyone else, actually. Even if there is, even if we are not finding inherent good qualities elsewhere, we should take it as an exercise to find good in others, to find the avenues where we can appreciate others. Kalir doshe nidhe rajan eko hasti mahan guna. In this Kaliyug, it is called like an it is called Kaliyug is an ocean of faults. It does not take anyone any greatness to look for faults. What is more difficult is to find for good amidst those faults. So when we when we chant the holy name, when we start chanting the holy name, initially what will happen is our mind will go here and there. But if we are last time we discussed briefly about chanting also. So if we try to focus on the sound vibration, if we try to not offend anyone, um, if we try not to criticize anyone, not that if someone is telling us to do something which is inappropriate, we try to come out of that zone. Okay, but uh, anything that is favorable for bhakti, that is like, okay, if we try to stay in the association of devotees, and then if we are as we move further, we'll discuss this in more detail as to how we can understand whether we are progressing or not. But I just wanted to touch upon this point. Like, okay, if we are always appreciative of others, uh, we need not associate with those people like who are um, not favorable. So let us get to today's topic. Today's topic is, who is God? So many people say this, can you show me God? So question is, do we have the eyes to see God? So many may say, I I have come across many people who say that, okay, oh, I just believe in whatever we see. So we talked about the three uh, three ways by which we accept what we are seeing. So by which we accept knowledge. Does anyone remember that? What are the three ways by which we accept knowledge?
Was it the three pramar that you went
Yes,
through?
yes, correct. So Pratyaksha Praman,
Yeah.
Anuman Praman, and which is the third one?
Shabda? Shabda
Shabda
Praman?
Praman. Yes, Shabda Praman. So seeing is believing is the category which falls in Pratyaksha Praman. Oh, I believe in what I see. Now, if you see, like, think about it, like, okay, forget about seeing God. But if the lights are turned off, we cannot even see our own self where we are. we we cannot we cannot even take a chance for seeing God actually. So we are not there yet. We have to understand. But um, but we have to have that eyes for seeing God. And the acharyas say that, okay, first thing, okay, that we have to do is hear about God. Okay, when we hear from the right source, when we hear from the bona fide source with faith, then what happens is, when we know about God, then first thing, even before seeing God, what happens is we start experiencing God. So back to the topic, who is God? So if we discussed about this, and today's session I'll keep it short, but I'll touch upon few things. This topic, that who is God, we will do it in 2 sessions. Okay. The reason because I say 2 sessions is because I want everyone to understand this very carefully. As we move further in our sessions, as we understand what is going on within these sessions, uh, what will happen is, through, if we are hearing it attentively with rapt attention, we will we will develop we will develop an understanding of God. We will develop what God likes. We will understand how we can please God. And that is the perfection of human life. Like, okay, how we can please God, aspiring to be always pleasing to God. So, first of all, see, whenever this topic comes, right, who is God? Let us see, like, generally, like, what happens is, what news reporters do is, okay, let us take an interview of who is God, like, okay, and we know that, okay, the creator is Brahma. Let us go and interview him. What does he say? So Brahma, he is interviewed, like, okay, what do you say about this God? And Brahma says in Brahma Samhita, Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam. So Ishvara Parama Krishna. Among Ishwar, the Param, or the Supreme Ishwar, is Krishna. Brahma is saying. Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. Anadir means, like, okay, when no one was present, he was present. And when everything will be destroyed, he'll be present. Brahma is saying. So this is what is Brahma say. Okay. Then let's interview Lord Shiva. What does Lord Shiva say? So Lord Shiva, when he was interviewed, that okay, what do you think? Like, okay, what is the who is to be worshipped? Like, okay, who is the supreme Lord? So he says, Aradhanam Sharvesham Vishnu Aradhana. The topmost of worship is the worship of Vishnu. So Lord Shiva is saying that the topmost of worship is Vishnu Aradhana. Vishnu and Krishna name are being used, names are being used interchangeably. Vishnu is one name of Krishna, and Vishnu is one form of Krishna. So that form, uh, I just need a, I just need to pause for a minute just to take care of one quick thing here. Please excuse me. So Lord Shiva says like Aradhanam Sarvashresh Vishnu Aradhana, and I was telling that okay, how the name Vishnu is another name of Lord Krishna. So let us see if now Krishna is being asked, like, okay, that is he the supreme person? Then what does he say? So I'll share this, share my screen. Okay, let me know once my screen is visible. Krishna says he is the supreme personality of Godhead, and he is describing himself in the Bhagavad Gita. What does he say here? He says, Matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvam idam protam sutre mani ganaiva. He is telling to Arjun, O conqueror of wealth, there is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread. Okay, so everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread. Let's just reflect what we read here. What does this mean? Like, okay, everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread. So if you see, like, okay, when we have a garland, right? So a beautiful garland will have many flowers, but no one can see the thread just holding all the flowers together. So there must be some underlying thread, right, which is holding all this. Like flowers cannot be just hanging in there alone. So similarly, like if like in the planets that are orbiting, right, perfectly fine. Okay, everything is perfectly in order, right? Sun is rising. Uh, uh, like the in the solar system, everything is revolving in right orbit. So Krishna is saying just as the pearls are strung because of the underlying thread, like that thread, I am that principle which is holding everything. So we talked about last time, uh, two sessions before that. Okay, who should be God? He should be the cause of everything. Brahma is saying, Ishvara Paramakrishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. He is Sarva Karana Karanam. He is the cause of all causes. We talked about this point. So Brahma is saying that, and Krishna is also confirming. Now it may seem like, okay, oh, Krishna is telling he is superior. Doesn't it sound very egoistic? Right? I am the top boss, right? Because you can say that, okay, oh, he's the top boss. But think about it. Like if we go to a company, right? If we need some work done, we go and ask that, okay, who is the secretary? Oh, who is the CEO here? And so one person says, okay, oh, you go and ask them. Okay, and then you ask this guy, he'll say, okay, go and ask this person, go and ask this person. Like you are just going from one place to another. But if the one who is the CEO or the managing director, he comes back and says, okay, I'm the CEO, this is my card. Okay, let me know what I can do for you. So that way, like, okay, if you are looking for a particular person, like, okay, if that person introduces himself, like, okay, like he just gives your card. There is no, it's not that, okay, he's being egoistic about his position. He's just telling what he is. So here Krishna is saying, next, we also talked about the point that if there is someone who is God, he has to be the source of everything. Okay, so let's see what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita about the source of everything. So he's saying in Bhagavad Gita, in the 10th chapter, he's saying, Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita. He's saying, I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. Everything is coming from me only. Now, the wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with their hearts. Okay. So, so the wise who perfectly know this, what they do, they engage in my devotional service. They they engage in my devotional service and worship me with their heart. What a beautiful statement. So, uh, so if you, so many people think that, okay, oh, now think about this. Like, okay, Krishna is saying that those who are worshiping him, those who are worshiping him, they are wise. That means that they are intelligent person. So it's not that, okay, we are worshiping Krishna because, like with sentiment. Oh, he plays flute. I like flute, so I'll worship Krishna. I like bow and arrow, so let me worship Lord Ram. It's not like that. It's actually with a complete understanding that who is Krishna. When we know who is Krishna, then we start worshiping him. So uh, here there is, like if you see in Bhagavad Gita, let me ask this question, okay? How many of you have a copy of Bhagavad Gita? You can raise your hand. Like, do you have the copy of the Bhagavad Gita as it is? How many of you have the copy of Bhagavad Gita as it is? Okay. Um, and and may I ask once again, who is the iPhone actually? Because somehow, I mean, it is best to refer by a name actually rather than calling by the name I see. So if you can unmute and share your name, I can just write it here actually. Do you want to unmute yourself? Thank you for everyone confirming that you have Bhagavad Gita copy. So if you want to, whoever is iPhone, if you want to unmute and share like who you are, then that will be appreciated. But but it is good that all of you have uh, Bhagavad Gita. So in Bhagavad Gita, if you see, um, Krishna is referred as Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Like Sri Bhagavan says, it is not said that, okay, Sri Krishna says. It said Sri Bhagavan Vacha. This is, you know, at all point, wherever Krishna is speaking, it is referred as Sri Bhagavan Vacha. So how do we know who is Bhagavan? So if we see, there are two ways to understand this. Like, okay, one is very simple way. So if we say Shaktivan means Shaktiman. Shaktiman is he's having a lot of strength, power. Vidyavan. Vidyavan means like one who possesses knowledge. And if we say um, like wherever we use this one, then we know that, okay, Gunvan, Dhanvan means like, okay, possesses all good qualities. Dhanvan means like possesses all wealth, right? So Van means one who possesses. So Bhagwan means one who possesses. Bhag means two things. It means um, it is referred as all opulences, one who possesses all opulences. And also there is another meaning of bhag, that is bhag means bhagya. So bhagya, one who is one who possesses bhagya. Bhagya Devi is Mother Lakshmi, one who is the Lord of Mother Lakshmi, that is Narayan. So or Vishnu or Krishna, and one who possesses all opulences. So what are these opulences? So these opulences are like, okay, if we see wealth, wealth is an opulence. Now, wealth, fame, then there is beauty, beauty is an opulence, knowledge, um, renunciation, power, these are all opulences. And we may find in this world that there are many people who are very wealthy, who are very rich. And let's take, for example, uh, now we have um, I'm just missing out the name of the managing director of this Twitter. Uh, does anyone happen to remember his name?
The current one?
Yes,
Elon Musk?
yes. He's he's so rich. So such people, because they are so rich, they become immediately attractive, and people are attracted to a rich person. But how much, if you see, if you take this or anyone like who is rich, like in India we have the Ambanis, like, okay, the Tatas, like, but how much do they own? Uh, they cannot claim that okay they own everything that is existing in the universe. Like how much land can they own? How many factories can they own? Right? They cannot own everything. But one who owns everything in the creation, that person can claim that okay, yeah, this is really real opulence. Then if you see someone who is powerful, now um, he also becomes very attractive. One who has a lot of power. It could be a political person. It could be someone like who is in the WWF or who is in this boxing, right? So they have, when they have a lot of power, they become very attractive. But who can say that I have all the power? No one. So um, whenever like, okay, we find uh, very powerful persons like okay, I don't know if you have heard about Muhammad Ali. So Muhammad Ali was a powerful boxer. He was very powerful, and like anyone who would he was a boxing champion, and anyone who would come to him, come to fight with him, he would box them down. And he was very famous also because of this. But after some time, like, okay, he got this. If you read his um, history, like, okay, he got Parkinson's disease. So what does Parkinson's disease? What happens in Parkinson's disease? It means that his hands will be shaking, and at that time, like, okay, he says Muhammad Ali says that okay, he used to claim earlier that okay, he is the greatest, but when he got this disease, he took over. He um, he actually took to Islam, and at that time he would say that okay, I am not great, Allah is great. So we find that like, okay, even if we have little power, how long will it last, right? In old age, like everything is finished. Um, Somebody could be very famous, like okay, we have someone like okay, like Steve Jobs, very famous personality, and then like okay, if we see famous personalities, Bollywood personalities, Hollywood personalities, right? Or any famous personality that we take, those who are those fashion icons like Miss Universe, right? But they could be very beautiful, Okay, but does anyone care about like, okay, who is Miss Universe of say 1935, 40, 50, even 70? Uh, like no one would even take a look at that person now. Like if you are used to watching movies, like okay, how many people go and find out like where are those personalities of who has been in those movies 3 4 decades back, right? So that gives us an idea. Now, and if you look in terms of knowledge, somebody could be very knowledgeable, okay, and and but who can claim that okay, I have all the knowledge? And what knowledge are we talking about? Like if we take in terms of material knowledge, then these knowledge is changing. We talked about last time about it, about an example that one of the scientists, like, okay, he won a Nobel Prize and his son won a Nobel Prize trying to disprove his father. So the material knowledge is always changing. And and about renunciation, like, okay, somebody may say that okay, he's renounced, but who can say that okay, I'm fully renounced? So so if you see all these qualities, these are all these are all the qualities, these are all the opulences, and these opulences make one who is called Bhagavan. So and and in this and in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, let me share my screen. Krishna says, Bhoktaram yagya tapasam sarva loka maheshwaram surdam sarva bhutanam gnatva mam shantim brachati. He says, a person in full consciousness of me, knowing me to be the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifices and austerities, the supreme lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attains peace from the pangs of material miseries. Let me read this once again in a different way. Let's read this last part. Who attains peace from all material miseries? Krishna is saying a person in full consciousness of me. I remember Parul Mataji was mentioning, like, okay, that what are we looking for? Peace, right? So a person in full consciousness of whom? Of Krishna, knowing Krishna to be the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifices and austerities, the supreme lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities. One who knows this, that Krishna is our ever well-wisher, and not only our, but is the ever well-wisher of all living entities. Okay, and all the sacrifices, all austerities, what we do, and all the demigods, all planets that are there, he's the total proprietor of everything. One who knows this in full consciousness, that person attains peace from from the pangs of material miseries. So so if we know we talked about a peace formula. Now here we will go through these more in detail, but I wanted to touch upon this point as we are trying to learn who is God. So if we see um, in this aspect, if we see, we'll touch upon again those points, okay, in terms of the opulences, the beauty. Krishna is he's the most beautiful. In fact, okay, the name Krishna means all attractive. Okay, so anyone, if we see um, anyone who sees Krishna once, like he loses taste of everything else of the material world. Such is the beauty of Krishna. And beauty of this material world is very relative, because like, okay, what is beautiful now will not be beautiful after some time. So take for example, like, okay, if you have to take, right? So many people like fair skin, right? If we take from that aspect, so there are many Miss World contestants who may be from those continents where the skins are not fair, they are dark skin. So many may not be attracted to a person who is from the part of the continent, let's say Africa, for example. Okay. So Miss Africa may be beautiful for the Africans, but because that is the continent they are from, but okay, that that personality may not be attractive to the other continents where people are looking for fair skin. Or if we take a for a cockroach, a she cockroach may be very beautiful for the male cockroach. But if I or you or any of us as a human being, if we see a cockroach, we are not attracted to a cockroach. So it's a very relative term. No, but Krishna is not like that. Krishna is attractive to all the living entities, even the trees, even the animals, okay, the rivers, they are attracted to Krishna. So that that is Krishna. He attracts everyone. He attracts the heart of every living entity. That is the power of Krishna. And if we see in terms of knowledge, like see, thing is like he spoke for 1.5 hours this Bhagavad Gita, and there are people who spend their entire life trying to understand what is this Bhagavad Gita, and still they're unable to understand. Okay, since time immemorial, okay, people are trying to understand and getting into the ocean of depth of the Bhagavad Gita according to their capacity, but to the fullest extent, okay, how much ever you go deeper and deeper, it'll go on expanding. And if you look at Krishna, he just spoke it for 1.5 hour. That's all. As I was telling earlier, okay, yesterday was the advent of the Bhagavad Gita. This yesterday was the day, and in fact, today in India, Mokshada Ekadashi is the day when Bhagavad Gita was spoken. Now, we'll come to the next one, Vairagya, renunciation. Krishna is completely renounced. Now, think about this. See, um, if we look at it, okay, when we have children, right, we are very attached to the children because we take good care of them. And oh, it's my creation, right? We think about that. Okay, so this is my child. Or we build a building, or we construct a house. We say, okay, this is what I did. Like, this is the building that I made, or this is my flat apartment, this is my office I constructed, or this is my organization, I built this one. We are so much attached. Okay, I was talking about the child. So we are very, very attached to that, right? This child is mine. Like, okay, he does this, see, and we show in WhatsApp, like, see how what he's doing here, because we are attached. But if you look at Krishna, he created this material world. Okay, the whole material world, whatever the scientist, this, like, he created all of us actually. Okay, no one can claim that, okay, we human beings, this animal, that thing has been created by some scientist. But he's not at all attached. He created, and then he's not at all attached actually. It is just like, okay, renunciation actually means like, okay, just like you pass off stool and you walk away, right? Just like that. Krishna is completely detached, although it has come out, although this material world has come from him. That that detachment, like, okay, when one possesses all this, like power, wealth, knowledge, okay, fame, all of this he possesses, and then still he's detached. That is a beautiful quality. So with that, I know we are at time. I will stop here, and I will ask if anyone has any question or comments. श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। गौरांग कुटी भक्त वृंद की जय। जय गौर प्रेमानंदी। हरि हरि बोल। Does anyone have any question or comments? If not, then we can stop here.
Just a comment. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare
Uh,
Krishna.
very, very fascinating. It seems like we know all this, but still listening to you with the simple examples that you've given, it really makes us think twice. So thank you so much for the simplicity of this topic, which is very hard to cover, but appreciate it. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so very much. It's all, I am just a menial instrument, like, okay, just trying to share what Srila Prabhupada gave us. He tried to get all the scriptures and translate it into a way that is easily digestible for us. With all these examples that I'm sharing, like, okay, they are all coming from Srila Prabhupada's books, actually. Very, very wonderfully, he has put this together. Otherwise, it is so difficult to understand. I don't know Sanskrit, like, okay, but he has explained it in such easy way that we can digest this topic, like, okay. So it is all our acharyas or Guru Varga, Srila Prabhupada, like, okay. He's he has captured the essence, like, okay, Srila Prabhupada, like, okay, and he's giving essence from all the acharyas. So all glories to him, actually. But thank you for sharing your comment. Anyone else has any?
Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Anyone else has any comment or question? Otherwise, we can stop here. Okay. Thank you all very much. We will continue on this particular topic in our next session. This is a much deeper topic. So I just wanted to cover it partly here so that, like, we can get some understanding and then we move on. If we hear these topics very with attention, then okay, we will have a deep conviction of what Krishna is doing. There is there is nothing that we can do on our own. And I want to give one example which really struck me. Undoubtedly, like, we we are created by Krishna, we are his creation, and Bhagavad Gita is something that where he speaks, Krishna is speaking, and where we can understand to what extent he's doing. In fact, uh, we know that okay, this air, water, like scientists can claim that okay, we are doing this, that, like, okay, but these natural elements, no one can create. No one has created air, no one has created water, no one is giving the sunlight. Like, okay, this is something that Krishna is giving for us. And and not just that, like, okay, even if we have to go and pass urine or stool, like, okay, you know the uh, the mechanism for passing urine stool, like, okay, Krishna explains that, okay, that is all the pran, that is all the different kind of vayus that are regulating this. Otherwise, we may not be able to do anything. Think about it, like, okay, I mean, just to think about this aspect, like how every day without air, water, like, okay, without sunlight, like, okay, where would we be if we are not able to uh, pass out stool or urine? What would be our condition? Think about the different vegetables that Krishna has created so that uh, we can get these. And he knows that okay, if we were eating rice all day, like all around the year and all life, if that was the only item, just thinking that okay, if that is something which is available, but he has created so many variegatedness so that we, his children, are happy, not thinking that okay, who is thinking about him or who is not thinking about him. He's not like a selfish dad, like he is giving everything. Now as children, it is up to us. If we recognize what he has given and with gratitude we put our heart in that loving father, like who's always giving so much. And with that, I want to conclude this. Thank you so very much. Hare Krishna. Jagat Krishna Prabhupada ki jai.